Rhymes with Ike is actually, his name's Mike.
Oh, wait, wow. Yeah, unless we haven't got the money yet. But
They reached deep.
Procrastination will get there. Yeah. So.
Joey, that was Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Gentlemen.
How are your giblets? Giblets. What do you call it?
Giblets. What are we talking about?
The gizzards?
The gizzards. How are your gizzards? Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Right. My grandma always eats the gizzard. It's like, oh, God.
Your grandma would.
She's a badass.
Juice Boys episode, I don't know what number this is because this isn't even a full episode.
18.
This is our first Thanksgiving. Yeah, our first Thanksgiving special episode. We're releasing it on Tuesday to give everyone a chance to quickly listen as they endeavor in their travels, driving, flying into their Thanksgiving weekend. A little bit of a different take. We have, we're going to go mailbag instead of a sports docket. We have a handful of things that have just been sent in over the past 3 or 4 months we just haven't been able to get to. Thought we'd get that out there. We'll end with our picks. We have a little bit of a thankful potato. What's your guys' favorite potato for Thanksgiving? Mashed, right? I mean, we're on the same.
Man, I like mashed.
Scallops are good.
Scallop potatoes
Gotta
are
go au
phenomenal.
gratin.
Au gratin. I forgot
Okay.
about au
Shout
gratin.
out to great grandma O. Well, she's great grandma to my kid, so she's my grandma, but
There we go.
makes the world's best au gratin.
We love, this is a potato forward show.
Yes,
Very,
We love potato. So
very big fans of
hop
potatoes.
into that. We only have one ad sponsoring today. We're going to go a little bit shorter, but just want to get in. Also say thank you to everyone who has been listening this last 3 or 4 months. Couldn't do it without you. Having a lot of fun. People sending stuff
So
in,
thankful
listening.
for the listeners, for the
Yeah.
juice junkies.
Yeah. Oh, I love the juice junkie.
No beverages today because it's not quite that time of day.
No, it's only, we're recording at noon right now.
Yes.
So technically
Some
I
of us
could.
still have work to do today.
Yeah,
Some of us
Some
are
of us
off
are
all
ass
week.
principals and are off all week. So, oh.
Let's jump into it. Let's talk about our mailbag here. Let's start with Mike. Chris, you want to read this one? This is
How heavily do we want to?
good friend of the show.
Yeah, we
Sent this right after Sutton caught a touchdown. This guy also sent in that Sutton was better than Devontae Adams about a month ago.
This year, he might have
He said
something.
that he will have a better career than
Yes.
Devontae Adams. So it's not just that this season makes a difference; it's the career.
Yeah.
But anyway, he said, "I told you, you dirty slurs." Then he edited that to say, "Sluts."
Oh, okay.
That's that strong Wisconsin education showing through.
Yep.
Sutton is real. F American football. F the Cowboys. F Ohio State. Stand by you with that one. F me. Stand by you even more for that one. Sutton a G.
Wow.
Let's
Sutton
discuss.
a G. Okay.
Let's discuss.
That was, I think, minutes after the Russell Wilson prayer to Sutton, and he just high point that thing.
That was an incredible play. The lowest percentage of possibility for a play is since like 1996, I think is what they said. It was crazy.
Just
Was it really?
spectacular?
Yeah, it was only a 3% chance of completion.
Oh my gosh! So it actually was a prayer.
Yeah, it was
All right.
insane. 3%.
Are you
So-
talking about
Mike.
last night?
No, I'm talking
or,
about the 2 weeks ago when he caught it in the corner of the end, when he caught it in the back of the end zone on fourth down.
This was last night. This was right after the miracle touchdown, also to Sutton. That was also just a spectacular hell of a
High
throw.
point.
Yeah, beautiful high point to bail the donkeys out.
Wow! Thanks for saying that in Rhymes with Ike. I guess we should let the listener know. Rhymes with Ike is actually, his name's Mike.
Oh, wait, wow. Okay.
I just realized we've been naming everyone except Rhymes with Ike, and I thought,
Yeah, I don't. He just kind of like got included back when we cared to
privacy.
We thought that it was going to be important to be private about it, and then that lasted up until Rhymes with Ike, and then has not mattered since.
Yeah.
So thanks for sending that. That's a hot take, but he's a G right now. He's balling. I guess Mike's right at a high point, so we'll give it to him. Who else? Papa Linehan, your father.
Oh, big cat.
This was from October when we did, I think it was our Halloween show, Scariest Players. He said 2 guys that I would like to nominate. He said Bob Gibson,
Oh, thank
which I can't, me and Joey were mad we didn't come up with that.
you. No.
He said pitch dozens of complete games every season, could still bring in 95 in the 9th inning, stare you down enough to make you soil your undies.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
dude, he was terrible.
1,000%.
Yeah.
We should all let all the youngins know that he was so good they had to lower the pitching mound back in
I think,
the day.
arguably, I think he was the best pitcher who ever lived.
I think
it's just like there's a lot of other ones that are up there, but Bob Gibson was just for my money, I could argue Bob Gibson or maybe Greg Maddux, I think are my two. But,
I think so. Yeah, they lowered the mound because he was so dominant. He was a pitcher for the Cardinals back in the day. Shout out to my dad, his favorite pitcher of all time. Also, he mentioned Mike Singletary as one of the scariest as all time. Anchored the 85 Bears defense, looked like a rabid dog coming after you.
This is my kind of party. This is
It
my
is the
kind of
80s.
party.
Dog. Oh, I love that description.
There's probably some cocaine in there. You just got to be hyped out of
He's
your.
an 80s guy.
It's an
That was
80s,
LT.
yeah.
Yeah, out of his mind.
He said, "Keep up the great work, Gramps Linehan." So that was from October. There was
he's
no.
going by Gramps now, huh?
That's what he said. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I can disagree with any of those.
Yeah, Bob Gibson, phenomenal. Mike Singletary, psychotic. So
It's
and especially
absolutely
even
psychotic.
psychotic,
Remember
and
that
he was
coming
one of those
through and
guys.
just being like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then last week we were doing the coaching transitions. Mike Singletary was too much of a psycho to be an NFL head coach. He was just one of those guys that was just like he just expected greatness and he didn't know how to get it into them besides just verbally berating you.
Or the cocaine wasn't as good.
That's right.
Who knows?
Yeah, he doesn't hit as hard in your face.
No, it doesn't. Here's one from Chase in Fort Collins we didn't get to from also in October. Here's some juice for you. Football is as low scoring as soccer. They just count goals as 6 points, but the games last even longer.
No, I couldn't agree more. Yeah. Yeah, like soccer.
So we've been tricked.
It was 2-1, and meanwhile, it's, here we are rooting for the unders for Iowa versus whoever, and they're ending, 9-3, which is essentially, 1.5 to 0.5.
It's a good point. So 2-1 in football is 14-7. That's still a pretty boring game, though. 14-7, right?
No, that's a boring game. It's just you're never going to see that. I don't like that take.
So that's a shitty.
Right?
That's a shitty squeeze.
It's not a good take. You're never going to see a soccer game that is 7-5. All right, that's not going to happen. But you will see football games that are 44-38. And so that's not that uncommon.
Is hockey boring because it's only going to wind up 2-1, 3-1, 3-2, something in that range typically?
Hockey's not boring because they get to hit, and it's incredible, and they fight, and it's physical.
Yeah, but
I went to the Avs game last week.
Specifically, just talking about the scoring method and the totaling of points.
I went to the Avs game last week. The Avs beat the Ducks 8-2. Okay, I don't think that's happening in soccer.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's the Avs playing the Ducks, though. I mean, that's
they
that's about like Alabama playing Chattanooga this last weekend.
Did they cover? Did Chattanooga cover?
Nope, they sure did.
Oh, damn it, Chattanooga.
No, they did not.
Damn it, Chattanooga. You're the worst. All right, well, there's
4.5 points. You couldn't do that.
Well, Chase, there was a little squeeze in there. Me and Joey disagree. Chris is with you on that one.
I'm with
Chris
you.
likes it.
Nephew Ryan emailed a long time ago, so we apologize to Ryan. How old is Ryan?
We've been neglecting you.
Ryan will be 13 in December.
Last time we shredded him apart because he had a bad squeeze, and we were not nice to a child on this show.
He has since apologized multiple times to the point of I feel bad about how much he got shredded.
Oh man, from Ryan back in October again. Damn, what were we doing in October, guys? We were not on top of it.
Collecting our listener base.
I guess so. I want to have an amazing comeback after my horrendous Trae Young take. Man, was it bad. It may not seem better, but I have come prepared with stats this time. Good for you, kid. Good for you. It is that Mahomes is already a top 5 quarterback of all time. Oh, he's just trying to get in my good graces. He's just so he's 2 championships.
Hey, and that's saying a lot because he's a Broncos fan.
Okay.
Yeah, he is.
2 championships, 2 MVPs, and 2 Super Bowl MVPs, might I add there. And as many championships as Manning, only one short of tying Brady's MVP. Him and Prime Peyton Manning are the only 2 players to throw for 50 tutties, 5,000 yards in one season. He did that only in his second year in the NFL, despite not winning the championship that year, and he did the next year. And in every season he started game 1 that year, he has never thrown for below 4,000 yards, which is insane. And he's never thrown for under 4,000? No, and never thrown less than 35 tutties as a starter, which might happen this year. We'll see. That is top 5 all time, in my opinion. Don't hold back. He is nasty on me. Have a good rest of your day or night. I hope to see this on the podcast. Well, we're making it up a month later, but Ryan, I am in agreement with you. We're all good.
Oh, what a shocker.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Chris, go ahead.
Nothing wrong with that.
See what you think.
Oh my God. Top 5 of all time. It's not just about stats, it's about longevity if you're going to be in the GOAT conversation. Like, it's not good enough to have a handful of
rings,
solid seasons.
Solid seasons. That is not.
Are we at a handful of rings already? Jesus. How many fingers do you have?
Solid seasons. Hold on. That's where.
So all right, the only thing I think I can retort this with would be comparing this.
You're going to say yet.
Stretch, comparing this 5-year stretch to somebody else who, arguably, if you just take stats and the impact on the game, look at Terrell Davis. Look at Terrell Davis for those 5 years on the Broncos. He won 2,000 yards, won an MVP, a Super Bowl MVP, 2 Super Bowls. All right, and it took him like 15 years to get into the Hall of Fame. All right, because of his longevity. So now I'm just saying, like, yeah, it's Terrell Davis and Patrick Mahomes. I mean, it might not seem like that big of a comparison, but the dude won an MVP, won a Super Bowl MVP, won two Super Bowls, and I think he had 3 rushing titles in those 5 years and a 2,000-yard season. If you just take that snippet right there, yeah, Terrell Davis is one of the greatest running backs of all time. But is he considered one of the top 5? No. Because he didn't have the longevity. So I'd say, yes, Patrick Mahomes is on the path to be the greatest of all time. Is he going to pass Brady with 7 Super Bowls? I doubt it. I doubt it because, I mean, I don't think anybody will do that. I don't think that's ever going to be touched again. But could he get 4? Could he get to Montana level? I mean, and then really be putting us out there? Yeah. I think for him to be top 5, he's going to have to get to 4.
So it's yet. So yet is just too early.
He's on the way. It's better than the Trae Young take because it's better than the Trae Young take.
And he brought stats.
Yeah, it's at least pointed in the direction. It's just that, yeah, you can't go 5 seasons and go, all right, now you're top 5 all time. Like, it's about both those stats and the longevity as well. I think that you're trending in the right direction. I'm with you, Joey. I think yet is the operative word. We'll see what winds up happening.
All right, good job. He totally redeemed himself. Happy Thanksgiving to Ryan.
As we're recording,
oh no,
we got a fresh take in from listener Kendall.
Lordy.
Kendall. I haven't read something this long since I graduated college.
Oh my.
What is she ripping on?
No, it's called a Lions write-up. She gave us her thought on her Detroit Lions.
That's right.
This is the one who we were in her dream, and she is now bedridden for 2 weeks. So she had the time to give us some of her thoughts. Let me see if I can do this justice and not really expose my reading skills at a 2nd grade level. Here we go. Upon further thought, I'm not even going to embarrass myself. We're actually going to let the ass principal himself really earn his degree here. And you know what? Kendall put in work. We got 2 pages here. We're not even going to cut this short. We're going to let Joey read this. And we got to give Kendall props here. She has references, boys.
Just references.
Yeah, Joey, take it away.
She's got a works cited page.
Yes, she did. Joey, take it away.
I suppose I'll start with the emotional aspects of my feelings about the Detroit Lions. The franchise is 8-2 for the first time since my dad was born in 1962. It feels surreal. I'm 33, and I've had very little to be excited for. The last time they won a playoff game, I was 2. But right now, the Lions are winning games they should be winning, as well as the ones they shouldn't, looking at you, Kansas City, and playing great football. It seems like the stars have finally aligned between our coaching staff, offense, and defense, and we have a fun team to watch. The city of Detroit is buzzing because of this team, and it's incredibly exciting to tune in every week and see Lions fans show up to both home and away games. Since I started watching football, I have tapered my expectations of every single Lions season, especially after they went 4-0 in the 2008 preseason and 0-16 in the regular season.
Epic.
Got to be in the history books for that, right? But at this point, I have thrown caution to the wind, and I'm all fucking in a Lions Super Bowl run, baby. For years, fans have parroted the same old Lions as we blew game after game and draft pick after draft pick. However, this is a brand new Lions team. And I think yesterday's game against the Bears really showcased that. Even last season, I would not have had the confidence that this team could pull off a win in 3.5 minutes, but they did. The defense came through in a huge stop. Offense quite literally marched down the field to get the touchdown and a 2-point conversion, and the safety to end the game was just a cherry on the top. Currently on Pro Football Focus, Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta, Frank Ragnow, Penei Sewell, Glenn Glasnow, I don't even know this dude, Alim McNeil, and Aiden Hutchinson are all top 10 at their respective positions, and David Montgomery is 11th. This is hands down the best Lions defense in my life. While they still need some work on pass defense, which was glaringly obvious in the game against the Chargers going into Week 11. Oh, that was true. Where their run defense ranked 3rd in the league. To no surprise, our cornerback group is the weakest part, with only Brian Branch in the top 50. Aish. However, Hutchinson's selection at number 2 overall in the draft is well-deserved. Yes, it is. He is a beast. And boasts an impressive record of 15 sacks and 4 interceptions his first 2 seasons. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As an end.
Yeah. Let's be honest, the Lions haven't had a run game since Barry Sanders, but Gibbs and Montgomery give great compliments to one another and consistently help set up the play action. I also think it goes without saying that St. Brown is the MVP of his teams, and he and Goff have settled into a great rhythm. After a rough start, Goff is fitting into this Lions offense just fine, and he is currently the number 1 ranked quarterback on Pro Football Focus. What?
Even after 3
there's an asterisk there, so we've got to check the works cited page.
Don't get me wrong, I was not excited about his 3 interceptions yesterday. However, I really believe that was an anomaly, and I'm not too concerned about that going forward. He's got 3 300-yard outings under his belt this season. It's averaging 278 yards per game. Jesus. There's no way I can write about the Lions and not mention the kneecap tour captain himself, Dan Campbell. He embodies the essence of Detroit sports. His unwavering passion and commitment to the team shine through every week. Not to mention, he still looks like he could suit up and play if he wanted to. Hell yeah, he does.
Yeah.
His draft picks over the last 2 seasons have been fantastic, earning him B+ grades in both the 22 and 23 drafts.
Citing her sources again.
The team's shift to addressing actual position needs in the last 2 drafts has been a refreshing change. Campbell holds a record of 20-23, and the challenging first year saw a 3-13-1 record. That's true. So that dude, that record's a little swayed. They got smoked his first year. But however, a remarkable turnaround in the 2023 season led to a 9-7 finish, marking the first winning season since 2017. Despite missing the playoffs on the last day of the season, the victory against the Packers with Aaron Rodgers' final throw as a Packer resulting in an interception was quite possibly one of my favorite moments as a Lions fan. Moving on to this season, he's 8-2 with what I think is a decently easy schedule for the remainder of the season. Packers at home, Saints away, Bears away, Broncos at home, Vikings away, Cowboys away, Vikings at home. That's up and down. I'm confident that this team could finish 15-2. Holy shit, could you imagine that? Could you imagine that? Okay.
Wow.
Hot take. I'm not sure if this was a hot take per se. However, if the Lions can't pull off a playoff win, I will have a really hard time calling this season a success. At this point, a playoff win is the lowest bar, and I think this team's potential for a lot more than that. Ice cold take, Lions versus Broncos Super Bowl, book it.
Oh, she lost all credibility on the last sentence of her essay.
Wow, fantastic.
She also put in her email, I had more to say. She just didn't get to.
How could you say more than that? That was amazing.
I don't know. Oh, thank you, Kendall. I don't even know what to say to that.
I don't think you can.
You're riding a high.
You can't refute anything. She backed it all up. That is there. I agree with everything that she said.
With statistics and analysis. That's we wanted to wrap up the mailbag for you guys. But Chris, who is sponsoring today's stat of the day?
Are we not even going to talk about that?
No. What is there to say?
Oh my God. Can we? We're just going to blast right through that. Not even bask in how beautiful that was. Such a perfect blend of hard set statistics and blind homerism. I love it. I love everything that just was. I love everything that represents. That was.
I mean, she says that Dan Campbell embodies the Detroit style. That letter embodied the Detroit lifestyle. That was just it right there. We have always wanted this, and we finally have it. And it was just, I hope they win, dude. I really hope they win.
She put in more time and effort and thought into that than we have put into combined every episode we've ever done. She just put us to shame.
Yeah, that was something pretty spectacular there.
All right,
Chris, now try to redeem yourself with some ads.
Who's sponsoring today's Thanksgiving stat of the day?
This special episode of the Juice Boys Show is brought to you by procrastination. Fellas, here's the honest truth. Sometimes life is best left to the last minute, just to see what happens. Because nothing gets your ass in gear quite like crunch time, regardless of whether or not the outcome is total and complete trash.
That's right.
Even now, here I am reading an ad I wrote mere moments before we started recording. Is this the worst ad I've ever written? Probably. Are you still going to listen to it? Apparently.
Right now, you're listening, yes.
Why is that? Is your time so meaningless you would dedicate these precious moments to listen to some moron drivel on aimlessly?
Yeah.
Are you hoping for a witty punchline? Or are you just that degree of juice junkie you have nothing better to do? Well, I suppose I'll leave those challenging personal questions to you, dear listener, as I continue to wander aimlessly through my own procrastination without ever really reaching a cogent endpoint for this listless rant. So cheers to you, procrastination. Another job well done. Ad over.
Yay!
That was a paid ad, too.
Yeah, we haven't got the money yet, but
They
you
reached
know,
deep.
procrastination will get there. Yeah. So,
Joey, that was... We're still waiting on the check, apparently.
yeah, we're still waiting. We haven't got the money yet, but they said it's going to happen. They just have to get around to it. Yeah.
Joey, just so we know, how can people get a hold of us? How can they submit their squeeze of the week or DM us? How can they do that?
All right, listeners, you can submit your most outlandish sports takes by emailing us at juiceboyshow@gmail.com. That is juiceboyshow@gmail.com. And we haven't said it in a while. There are 2 S's. All right, or send us a DM on Instagram. Cody!
Yeah.
Have you got any DMs?
Yeah, remember Mike.
Yeah, we just read one
that's right. Yeah, okay.
from Mike.
All right. So
Beautiful, beautiful DM.
that's right. Beautiful DM that he sent to us on Instagram, that Juice Boys Show. If it has the pulp, we'll read it on the show. Just
If it's an essay, we'll read it on the show.
The essay of
Man, we will dedicate half a show to it. Just
Cody.
spectacular.
Oh, stat of the day, boys. Thanksgiving's nothing to do with sports whatsoever. As we know, we all like to eat a lot of food, drink a lot, watch a lot of sports. How many turkeys are murdered in cold blood for Thanksgiving? And what percentage of that is turkeys killed for the entire year?
Well, I know that I only eat a whole turkey once a year. There's no other time that we cook a turkey. Now, I eat turkey breasts and I eat like sliced turkey sandwiches, but I don't ever eat like a full turkey unless it is Thanksgiving. And we usually have like a ham or a prime rib for Christmas. So I would say today, or not today, but this week, 215 million turkeys. Yes.
Holy shit.
Isn't there like 270 million people in the U.S.?
There's like almost 400 million.
All right, so I'm guessing that Joey was just close there based off of...
Well, close in a different way. Also, what percentage, Joey, of turkeys are killed
turkeys
for the year?
For the year, I'm going to say on that one day, 18%.
Okay. Christopher? Joey's a fucking savant. I don't understand how your brain works.
Yeah.
You just...
I mean,
like, I don't understand.
Yeah, except for the amount of babies conceived as superheroes. But,
not great on that statistical analysis and data. Is it even worth me guessing? It sounds like Joe just about.
Joey was not right on the first one.
Joey's not right.
Oh, okay.
But it's relevant to the total story.
Okay, I'm gonna go just for Thanksgiving. Let's go 50 million turkeys.
And what percentage of that is the entire year worth of turkey murdering?
Let's go 25%.
Holy shit, guys. This is like our greatest stat of the day.
Really?
Holy cow. What just happened here? An estimated 46 million turkeys are eaten each year for Thanksgiving.
Chris nailed that.
That is 21% of the entire year.
Oh my God, Chris, you both killed that.
No, but Joey said 18%. So you're both right in the middle. We just
but I said
we kind of gated it, huh?
Turkeys.
And it's around 216 million turkeys are produced each year. Joey was literally off by 1 million turkeys as far as turkeys produced. Wow.
It's a lot
Good for us.
God, we're just
R.I.P.
crushing it here on this extra special episode.
Yeah, R.I.P. to the turkeys.
That's right. It's just not as bad as the poor chickens on Super Bowl Sunday. It's over a billion chicken wings every Super Bowl Sunday.
Lordy.
And I think there's 4 chicken wings per chicken.
500 million of those himself.
That's right.
Yes.
I probably single-handedly killed 400 chickens just because of my chicken wing. No, that's way more than 400.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Wait, that's only 1,600 wings. If it's 400, oh man, I've had way more than
that's like a decent weekend for you.
I've definitely had more than 1,600 wings in my life. I guarantee that. So
we should think about that a little bit more.
Yeah.
Our big potato, our scallop potato, our au gratin. What other potatoes we got? We got our sweet potato. Yeah, potatoes O'Brien, our hash brown. Our big starchy segment, usually sports related. We're gonna go with what sports moment or sports figure are you most thankful for? Let's just go one. Let's just go one around the room and have our moment, unless anyone has a second one.
Okay. Well, I'm going to disappoint you guys and go with the story that I already told earlier in this podcast. I think it was like episode 2. So anybody who's listened to all of them, sorry, you're hearing this for the second time. My most thankful moment is once upon a time, my dad and I won the member guest tournament at his course in Omaha. It was just like one of the raddest moments of my life, like getting to share that moment with my dad in front of like a few hundred people all hammered out of their minds, like hooting and hollering, going nuts. And then the best thing is they give you these like big ass glass goblets, and the way that you celebrate is they'll fill it full of beer all night for you for free. Top 5 most hungover I've ever been. Flying back to Colorado the next day. This was before I learned that I have a wheat allergy, so drinking probably a gallon worth of beer might have contributed to why it felt like it was the most hungover I've ever been. But you know what? When somebody tells you they'll fill your glass goblet full of beer ad nauseum until you're falling over, you take them up on that offer. So yeah, that's number one for me. Always, has been since, always will be. I mean, just a spectacular moment, then matched with celebrating our faces off.
Joey, what are you thankful for?
I wish I was there. I wish I was
there. I wish you were there too. That would have been neat.
Yeah. I think it would just be too cliche to say I'm thankful for Tom Brady. But I am. That's my that's my number one.
We're okay with cliche. I'm going
to say for my Thanksgiving this year, I'm going to say I'm thankful for Walt Coleman. Does anybody know who Walt Coleman is?
No. Please do tell.
Walt Coleman was
Keon Coleman?
Walt Coleman was the referee January 19th, 2002 at Foxborough Stadium between the Patriots and the Raiders. And Walt Coleman was the reason the Patriots dynasty began by calling actually I think it's only been called 3 times in NFL history, calling the tuck rule. All right. Calling the tuck rule, going under the helmet, under the whatever it's called, and the review, and looking through it, reviewing it, and keeping with the incomplete pass call, not giving a fumble to Brady, not stopping the Patriots from going on to beat the Raiders on a last-second overtime field goal, and then winning their first championship of 6 there to come after that. Without Walt Coleman, without the tuck rule, Tom Brady, the Patriots maybe never would have happened. Wild. And I would have been a very sad boy, because all the love and all of the happiness that Tom Brady has provided for me would maybe not have ever been there. I don't even know if I'd be the same person today.
Good for Walt. He's the third. Walt Coleman the third.
Yeah.
Ooh. Also, we just clipped, thanks to Joey, the moment that Patriot fans knew that Tom Brady might be their guy. We just clipped that. Yep, it's from that era. So go check that out on our YouTube or Instagram. You guys are going to laugh at me or boo me.
Okay.
I am the more I've thought about it and reflected, I am extremely grateful for the T Swift Kelsey storyline.
Oh my God.
Think about this. Andy Bernard said in The Office on the last episode, it'd be nice if someone told you were living in the good old days when you were living in them, so you could recognize it at the time. And I'm thinking, when I'm old and fat and bald like Joey,
that's right. Yeah.
I'm going to look back at that moment, and it's going to be the coolest thing ever. it's going to be really cool to realize, like, in this moment in time, my little Kansas City, Missouri was kind of front and center stage. Kelsey was hosting SNL. They had the biggest sports podcast in the world. T Swift's been donating to Kansas City charities. They've been going to restaurants that we've been to. I think it's just I don't know how long it's going to last. It may go up in flames, but at the end of the day, it's a long season, and this is a really cool thing. It's brought my wife into watching more football.
That's the what I'm saying.
There we go.
Yeah.
There's just a lot. It's a really cool thing that I'm going to look back and think, man, that was a really cool, as much crap as the Chiefs got or Kansas City got during that or Kelsey and Swift got. I'm going to look back and think that was one of the more cooler things. And also, I'm going to clip it. Rich Eisen literally said the Chiefs are the 90s Bulls, and I want to punch you both in the nuts. I'm clipping it, and I'm going to get it on our socials.
Well, if Rich Eisen said it, then it has to be true.
He's a professional. Yeah. But I am thankful for this little period of time where my city's kind of front and center in the world.
When that procrastination money comes in, we'll be professionals too.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. Any day now. They wrote a personal IOU, so that's better than mine.
Yeah. This one's a car.
But for anybody listening, I do just want to make Cody look like an ass and say that he didn't go with the Chiefs-Bills game that resulted in him having a kid.
How you exposed me.
That's right. Yeah. When in doubt.
That was going to be my second one.
I don't feel like arguing more about
the
T Swift Kelsey garbage. Instead, I just want to make you look like a dick.
It's a good time. T Swift could be dating any tight end, but he's dating our little tight end, and
he's not little.
It's a fun time to be a Chiefs fan, as long. And we got FIFA coming up. We got a new airport. Kansas City is thriving, and I'm so happy that we got to move here, even though it was away from you guys. But I got to witness a Chiefs Super Bowl in the town, go to the parade, witness some of the soccer stuff going on, see them get the FIFA World Cup.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
There's a vibe.
I'll be there in 26. I'll be there watching that World Cup.
There's a vibe right now. So thankful. I'm also, as a honorary one, I'm thankful for you fellas.
Oh, buddy.
For jumping into this podcasting world with. We've been talking about this for what? I think me and Joey 3 years ago, and then it was all three of us.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, we enjoy being around each other.
We've been talking about that since we were all just sitting out on your porch at 30 degrees
with a cigar.
When I hit that insane accidental parlay.
Oh, that was
and then I ran out into the street and almost got hit by a car.
That was at my old place. Yeah, we were watching it. What was that? That was the semifinals of March Madness.
Gonzaga.
When the Zags were undefeated. Yeah. That's been a few years.
And Joey made a drunk bet on the Rockies. He predicted the score of a Rockies game. What he thought was predicting the score.
Yeah, I bet the wrong thing.
And he actually bet the Rockies game would end 2-1. The Rockies game was at 2-1, so he was betting it wasn't going to score, which was a cool bet. But actually, he bet that in the seventh inning, the team would score 2 runs and the Rockies would score 1. So he predicted the exact score of an inning, and he hit insane. Ran out into the street, half naked, half drunk, in the middle of the dark, and almost got hit by a car.
I remember we're just sitting there, and we're like, why?
What?
No, Joey said the books messed up. Joey said the books. He's like, I think they messed up. They gave me
He's like, why did I just get a couple $100? What just happened?
And they're like, wait, check the 7th inning score of the Rockies. And we looked, and his I think we lost your phone because you threw it, and then he ran outside. And it was so quick story, but just thankful for you guys that we've jumped into. I don't know where this goes, where we're going with it, but I've enjoyed it.
Straight to the moon, baby.
Yes, Lake House. Let's wrap it up with picks, shall we?
Oakland A's. It's going to be Vegas A's.
The Vegas A's. So, let's wrap up with picks.
We're going to move them back to Oakland, actually, once we take over. We are dragging everybody back to Oakland.
Do you have our records, Chris? All right, you have to pick a Thanksgiving, at least one Thanksgiving game, which includes Black Friday.
I thought we were doing all Thanksgiving and Black Friday, so I already went ahead and picked for the Wheel of Degeneracy based off of that. So last week, you two morons went 2-1, and then the Wheel of Degeneracy and myself went 0-3.
Yeah.
So just continual disappointment for me, and
you are just struggling.
Well, and it's one of those where I probably had not probably I had definitively the best weekend I've ever had gambling, and so me picking these versus me putting actual money on things. There's something mismatched there. Like I won a lot of money this weekend and then went 0-3 with the sports moron. So I don't even, I have no response to that. But
the opposite. I lost a lot of money and then I do well on this show.
So going worst to first on the season, 10-19-1 for me, 13-16-1 for the Wheel of Degeneracy. Juice Boy Joe still one behind, 16-13-1, and then Juice Boy McCoy 17-12-1.
Okay.
Ooh, so I get to start.
I'm getting there.
You get to start after I give you the okay because I'm clearing the board.
All right, I'm starting us off, boys. I'm going to take the over on the Niners Seahawks. That's the Thursday night Thanksgiving game, 42.5. Both good defenses, but I don't know. I think it could be a 30-21 kind of game. 30-23.
Pete Carroll just like 2 minutes ago posted that Geno Smith's on track to play. So,
he is on track? Okay, I'm gonna
also, I have the over-under at 43.5. So
I'll take the 42.5.
You're getting 43.5.
Call it 43. Call it even.
43.5. We've used DraftKings every single time.
DraftKings sponsor, please.
DraftKings, would you like to sponsor us?
I got
thank you for the money this weekend.
All right, Joe.
Juice Boy Joe, what do you got there?
All right, I'm going with. I hate the Jets so much, but I hate the Dolphins too. And I hate the Cowboys so much, but I hate the Commanders too.
Okay.
All right. So, but the Commanders is getting a little bit better for me because now Dan Snyder isn't on the team. But I don't know. Dallas has been steamrolling people. Washington just looks like they're broken. They just look like deflated and just gone. I don't want to do it, but I think I'm going to take Dallas minus 11. I think they might blow them out.
Packers at Lions. Lions hung me out to dry this past weekend by waiting until the last possible second to get their heads out of their ass and into the game and not cover that 10.5 point spread against the Bears. They're hosting the Packers on Thursday. I look to them to rebound, so I'm going Lions minus 7.5.
You know, Kendall's got that Lions pick. She's ready.
I don't like any of these games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's hard.
I'm going to take the Commanders plus 10.5, actually.
It's 11.
Oh, I'll take 11 then. Because they just lost to the worst team to the Giants, whose quarterback lives at his parents. So I think that's going to be it's going to be like the Dolphins Broncos. Everything turned around after that. I don't think they're going to win, but the Dallas Cowboys usually play down to their competition for the most part. And I think it's a divisional game. Commanders will stick around.
I think you're wrong, but we'll see. All right.
We will see.
Watching the New York Jets play football is comical. They are so bad. Zach Wilson.
Hey, they scored a touchdown finally.
So bad. All right, after 41 drives, 41 straight drives without getting a touchdown, they finally got one. Then they say, hey, you know what we're going to put in, wish this up? Tim Boyle. How'd that work? No. So.
Isn't Simeon just sitting on the bench?
Yeah. I know that the Dolphins dropped 70 on the Broncos, and I know that game's over-under was 90, but I'm taking the under in the Friday game of Miami and New York Jets of 40. I'm taking under 40. I don't think the Jets are going to score anything.
That's actually a good pick. It's like Dolphins probably won't score 40.
No, they dropped 70 on the Broncos. But 70.
I mean,
7-0.
They couldn't score for the entire, 3 final quarters of the game this past weekend. Like it was 17 points in the first quarter and 16 for the next 3.
That's a good pick, Joe. That's a good pick.
49ers at Seahawks. Seahawks always give the 49ers fits. I'm going Seahawks plus 7.
That's going to be a good game.
Come on, Seattle. I want to see it. They lost a heartbreaker this past week.
And I'll wrap up with college with, I'm going to take my Mizzou Tigers. I have minus 7.5. Do you have, against Arkansas.
Yep, I've got minus 7.
I will take Mizzou minus 7.
There we go.
Broke into the top 10.
I like it.
Playing good ball. Joey, you would love the running back.
Oh, yeah?
He's a walk-on who's leading the SEC in rushing, right? He's had 4 straight games of 100 yards. He had over 200 yards of all-purpose yards against Georgia, and he's a walk-on.
Good old boy.
This plays his heart out. You would love him.
I'm riding with my boys.
What Joe's going to go with.
I'm riding with my boys. Iowa, baby. I think I almost scared me. They almost scared me last week. They scored 22 points. I was like, oh, stop. All right, but I'm taking Iowa, Nebraska under, and this is a hilarious 26.5.
Oh my gosh.
26.5 is the under, but they've done me right for 5 weeks in a row. Let's keep this train rolling, baby.
Just to have some fun, just to talk some shit. Let me go ahead and go Iowa at Nebraska over 26.5.
See if they can do it.
Just funsies. I don't even. I mean, it's gonna be
Nebraska's
it's
favorite
gonna be
game.
unwatchable. It's gonna be real bad.
Oh, I love that. I love watching Iowa football. I love the defense and the ground and pound.
Oh yeah, time for the Wheel of Degeneracy. All right, so while we were setting up, because there were so few college and NFL games happening Thanksgiving and Black Friday, I went ahead and already spun the Wheel of Degeneracy for picks at least. So our 3 picks for the wheel are TCU at Oklahoma, Packers at Lions, and Oregon State at Oregon.
Good, I like that game. I wanted to bet on that one.
All right, and then as far as what we're betting on for each, as always, our picks are home spread, away spread, over, under, and Joey takes a shot.
You better pray to God you don't take a shot.
Come on, baby.
Joey, I was going to switch it over to one of the other 2 of us, but since you're the person who's actually off,
Yeah.
deal with it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Come on.
TCU
Oh, thank God.
over. All right, TCU at Oklahoma over. Over 63.5.
Oh, no.
Jeez.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, that is.
That's
I mean,
a lot of points.
neither team really cares about playing defense, so I suppose we'll find out. Up next, we have Packers at Lions. We've got home spread. So Lions -7.5. All right, Wheel of Degeneracy with me on Lions -7.5. We both went over last week. That can only go great for me, so I'm really glad. And last we have Oregon State at Oregon. Let's see what we got. Come on. Let's take a shot. Joey takes a shot. Fantastic.
He almost fell out of his chair.
Oh, buddy. Joey has departed. He is going and chasing down what I can only assume is some sort of moonshine made in his bathtub. Either that or a still placed under his home. I'm not quite sure. But he is going to get something.
Oh, okay.
Joe, what do we go with? What do we got?
Maker's Mark.
Okay, all right.
Swig.
Little swig of Maker's
How you
Mark.
doing?
All right. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Cheers.
Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, just pulling straight out of the bottle. Like a maniac. I love it. Let's see what we've got in store for Oregon State at Oregon.
Ooh, Joey.
All right, we got another over. Over 62. These are huge overs.
Okay. I like that over.
My God.
I like that over with that team. Oregon State. I like that one.
I mean, it's a spectacular matchup. I typically feel like in such big rivalry games, like defenses show up, but the Wheel of Degeneracy.
Bo Nix needs to put up some points to get that Heisman.
Wheel of Degeneracy. It disagrees with me, and so far, I put my faith in the Wheel of Degeneracy and random chance over me. So. See what happens.
I don't put the faith in us because the show's over now.
No.
That's it. Oh, yeah, we're bound by the 3 Bs, Joe. What are the 3 Bs? Yeah, what are the 3 Bs?
Brotherhood.
Oh, no. We've lost our way.
Who's better than bullshit, baby?
Yes, we are the Juice Boys. This is not our normal show if this is your first time listening in. Check out other episodes. Release every Friday. This one's obviously coming out Tuesday. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. We love and appreciate you. We're just getting started, boys. Have the best Thanksgiving. Drink too much.
Just warming up.
Drink too much. Eat too much. Fight with your family too much.
Try to beat my single weight gain record of a day of 8 pounds. Let's see if anybody.
Are you serious?
Yes, 8 pounds I ate one year. And
Are you serious?
I weighed before and after meal 8 pounds.
Like, you're not doing a bit. You're not doing a bit right now. You're like,
oh no.
You gained 8 pounds?
8 pounds, and Thanksgiving dinner, this was probably like 9, but it was, yeah.
I don't even know how to end the show like that. I mean, that's just, I don't understand. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Say a prayer. Love, love, love.
Bye.
Bye.